You know, I was just thinking about that. I don't remember to this day either of them ever hitting me. I know they did. I know they did at times, but I don't remember to this day a specific incident where I was hit, spanked, slapped. Somehow I've managed to make believe it never happened.
Hot Hero Sandwich will return after these messages.
Fairly early on with this Hansel and Gretel production, you began acting. Where do you suppose that desire came from?
In a play, somebody says something to you to which you'd like to have a response, and the author has given it to you. And you know exactly what that person is going to say to you, and you know exactly when he and she is going to say it to you, and you know exactly what you are going to respond with. So you're never in one of those situations that you are in real life where you walk away from a confrontation and say, oh, I wish I had thought to say, you know, so I could really have told him or her. The playwright, if the character is supposed to have that opportunity, the playwright has given you that opportunity. So it's safe. It's secure. You don't have to worry about whether or not you'll think of the right thing to say or do. And I was told that there was a man who was now going to direct a group of plays at the Peabody Playhouse who was talented, who had a theatrical background, and that was kind of unusual. Typically, it would be some local volunteer would direct the plays, but he was casting Awake and Sing by Clifford Odets. And I was cast as Ralphie. The show was very well received, very successful. The night my parents came to see it, I went out for a cup of coffee with the rest of the cast immediately afterwards, which was typical. We would sit and talk about notes and problems, things to be fixed and changed and so forth. And then I got home as quickly as I could to find my parents sitting in the kitchen with a glass of milk and a piece of sponge cake waiting for me. They had seen the performance that night. And they asked me if I wanted some milk and sponge cake, or did I want a sandwich, or what would you like to eat? I thought, this is really strange. Really strange. I thought, maybe I misunderstood. Maybe they didn't come tonight. Maybe they didn't see the show. Well, I talked about other things for as long as I could bear it. And there were long periods of silence. And then finally I said, did you see the play tonight? And they said, yeah. Silence. Well, what did you think? That's nice. Nice. I said, well, is that all? Oh, no, the lady who played your mother, she's very good. Very good. Well, I think I understood that they were trying not to be supportive. They were trying not to be encouraging because they didn't want me to take this business seriously.
What would you have liked your parents to say on that?
Just say, that's a nice piece of work. Just, that's good. You did that good. That's all. You did that good. The first time that I can really remember my parents responding that way to a piece of work that I did was after I had been away from home for a number of years, had done the Star Trek series, had done the Mission Impossible series, and came back to the Massachusetts area to play Tevye in Fiddler on the Roof. That time I got him. I really got him.
Hot Hero Sandwich will return after these messages.
I felt that others were ahead of me, other guys were ahead of me, that other guys my age were having experiences that I was not having yet, that might range from wet dreams to actual physical experiences with girls, or even just kissing girls. I thought that there were guys doing that, and I wasn't doing it yet, you know. Not that I thought that there was anything necessarily wrong with me about it. I was fairly confident that I would eventually get to do what they were doing.
Mostly lying.
Yeah, right. I was helped into the first couple of dating situations by these guys who were peers of mine and who were seeing girls who had established some kind of relationship with a girl. And then, well, she's got a cousin. You know, would you like to come to see a movie with us Saturday night or something? And the first time into a movie house, and that whole amazing thing that I think just goes on and on forever, which is at what point in the movie, you don't see the movie, you know, at what point in the movie do I get to, or should I put my arm around the back of her chair very nonchalantly? I don't mean to touch her, I'm just looking for a place to put my arm, you know. Walking home, do you take her by the hand? If it accidentally happens to hit, you know, sometimes those things are electric experiences. It's frightening. It's like a shock when the knees touch for the first time in a movie house or another day. You know, I think it's wonderful if you could be decent, you know. I just think it's wonderful. And I think it's wonderful you're going to have a little grace. Give something away once in a while that you don't need to give away in a competition or in a negotiation where, you know, both sides feel that they have the right, and you give something a little bit that might, at the moment, you might feel like you're losing something, but you're not, you know. What's the difference in the long run? You'd probably forget about it. If you can just be gracious and decent, I think that's terrific.